So today is yet another story where I almost died. And this story involves my friend Dom. Dom tells our friend group that we should go hang out with one of his friends. Now let's just call his friend Tony. So we start driving over there in my car, and Tony's house is literally in the middle of nowhere. But we pull in past all the sugar cane, and it's like a huge house. Now I didn't know this at the time, but Tony told me later on that he lives with his entire family in his house. So like his cousins, his aunts, his uncles, just everyone. Which is actually really cool. So we get to know Tony a little bit, and the first time we meet him, it's kind of awkward between us, but once we start getting back, we walk to his backyard and he offers that we all swim, so we all start swimming and we get to know each other even more. Now his pool had a really cool water slide. I mean, I say really cool, but like it's just like any other normal like side of the pool water slide. But anyways, I just thought that was sick that he had a water slide by his pool. Now if you think this is where I almost died, no, because this has nothing to do with it. So later on, Tony's like, yo, can I invite my two friends? And they're both girls, and I think they're in a relationship with each other, or they were at the time. So we were like, yeah, sure, the more the merrier, right? So he invites them and they come over. Now everything seems normal, and like one of these girls even said that she's gonna end up going to my school after the summer. So I just thought that was even cooler. Now they're with this one dude, and like I couldn't tell if this dude was like 17 or like 30, but he ended up being around our age. So these girls say, yo, why don't we go head back into town? Because as you can remember, like we're nowhere near town. We're in the middle of nowhere. So me, Tony, Dom, and all my other homies agree. Now we're getting up to their truck, and like we're sprinting to their truck because they're already about to leave. And we realized there wasn't enough room, and this guy who I thought could have been like anywhere from like 19, 17 to like 30, he's like, oh, some of you just get in the truck bed. Now instantly I started getting off kind of vibes about this whole situation. Something did not seem right here. So we end up all just packing into this truck, like all in the back seat. There's like 8 people in the back seat of this truck, all just scrunched together, sitting on each other, and these 2 girls are in the front. Now we're starting to drive, and I'm like, damn, we're gonna get pulled over. A cop's gonna see that all of us are in the back of this truck. So I'm already scared of getting pulled over at this point, and you guys would not believe what happens next. The girl in the driver's seat starts pulling out a blunt, and the girl in the passenger seat takes out one of those like shot glass, like pre-filled shot things that you buy like at the store. So then like the off factor in my head just goes from like a 1 or a 2 to like a 10 out of 10. Like I am scared crapless right now. And it's not that I'm scared of these substances. Like obviously don't do drugs and don't drink and don't do any of that, but like it's the fact that these girls are driving. So they light up this blunt, and like they're just hotboxing this whole truck as we're driving. This whole place is filled up with smoke. And then the driver drinks a little bit too. So me, Dom, Tony, and the rest of my friends are sitting in the back all cramped up next to this 19 to 30-year-old guy. We start looking at each other like we are freaking out. We have no destination. We don't know where the hell we're going. Like we look like we're about to like turn onto the interstate. But thankfully, thank God, these girls pull into a Walmart on the side of the interstate. So we're sitting there in the truck, and they're about to relight it, and there's just smoke everywhere, and my anxiety's getting worse and worse. So I make the excuse that my stomach hurts and that I just want to get some fresh air. So I get out the car, and Tony, Dom, and all my friends instantly follow me out. Now we're walking down this parking lot, and like nothing feels real right now. Like it just feels like I'm in a Telltale game, dude. We're all just freaked out and like kind of hazy from just being in there. We also see a cop car in the parking lot, and that's just pretty ironic. So we walk into Walmart, and we're just walking around, and like we're just trying to think of what to do at this point. I propose that I call one of my friends to pick us up, but we're also in like the absolute middle of nowhere. Now I'm not gonna say who it is, but somebody in the group says, well, they drove us here fine, so we might as well take our chances and drive back, or I mean ride back with them. Now I was really opposed to this idea because like this is just not a good idea, guys. Never get into a car with somebody who is under the influence of absolutely anything. So we go back in this car, and my friend Tony's like, guys, just drop us off at home. And then there was some arguing, and he was like, no, I really have to get home, guys, just drop us off. Now I'm a little worried, but then whenever I look down, I get like 10 times more worried. Not only did they have like that little like pre-filled shot, I look down and there's an entire bottle of vodka under my feet. Now I'm just getting off vibes like just the whole time, but we somehow made it back. But what this like 19, 30-year-old looking guy says when we get out the car, like he's like mocking us. He's like, drugs are bad. And it's like, dude, like, come on. You just literally drove under the influence of not one, but 2 different substances. One that impacts your driving by twofold, and one that impacts your driving by like 13-fold. So I jump back in the pool and, I just kind of chill there for a little bit. Like, I cannot believe I'm alive right now, or that we didn't get pulled over, or just nothing happened. And then I drop all my friends off back home, and I go home, and I feel like the next, coming weeks after that, my brain was just trying to forget what happened, because, I would almost forget what happened. I think it was just so traumatic for me. Subscribe and follow for more crazy stories.